don't think I forgot the EU politics. And there's a lot of shit to cover too. But our biggest problem is on one aspect, Trump taking Greenland, and the second biggest problem is idiots in Germany, France, England, Spain. There's so many idiots, even Sweden, like in the politics, that it's just straight brain rot. And we have two biggest problems: Trump with Greenland and our own internal security. And the thing is, that woman that speaks, not quite sure what her name is. Really not quite sure. But like, she's a prime minister from Germany, and she's called the mother of all deals. Like she's like up there with the English prime minister and those people who cause damage to Europe. She actually does. She actually does, and that's no joke anymore. I hate that woman, and I think she should be imprisoned for what she did. She lied through her teeth. The Polish president called her out in front of everybody, and people still look at these fucking idiots. They still line up to listen to these mongoloids, and that's the biggest factor. People will follow like sheep. A lot of people do not have discipline. A lot of people do not have routine. If you provide that shit to them, they thankful. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, advantage, and whatsoever. But bro, no, no. So let's go through that video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notification. If you like it, then you like it. And if not, then not. Let the bell ring you if you allow it. Otherwise, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've spoken a lot today about European independence.
What kind of independence? What are you talking about? That woman is so deep up her own fucking ass that she can't hear and smell anything else other than her own bullshit. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I want to turn that video off right now and scrap everything and just walk away because I cannot listen to that woman. But I'll do it for you guys. And of course, yeah. I mean, like, I'm glad that I'm not part of that fucking system. I mean, like, Switzerland has been they put a lot of pressure on us as well, but we manage fine. We manage fine. And sometimes there's some cracks. They run us over with that immigration problem. We have a little bit of that problem as well. Not excessive, not as much as other countries, but listen to her.
On partnerships, on prosperity.
Would you call it prosperity? Half of Europe has sunken. Germany is a shithole. France is a shithole. It turned into a shithole after you let all these idiots in. They opened border between all the countries. I drove to Serbia last year. We drove through a lot of country. Every border was open except for Serbia. That border was controlled because Serbia and Switzerland, they're not in the EU. But even Swiss borders, they're open. It's absolutely fucking idiotic. And look, the next word she drops is security. I've watched the first minute to see if she drops dumb facts, but
and security.
Security. Look at London. Look at Paris. Look at Frankfurt. Look at these kind of. She should be locked up with no trial. I don't care. She destroys Europe. That boy in Second World War. Adolf Hitler was a fire guy. Compared to these idiots, he put them first. That's exactly what's Trump doing. We need another one.
So I would like to conclude with Greenland. An issue which cuts to the heart of all three of these imperatives. When it comes to the security of the Arctic region,
when it comes to security. Before I watch what she's about to say, because I knew it was about Greenland, the title even indicates that bullshit, because she is so corrupt and she acquires a tremendous amount of wealth over the last few years. So if she's being bought, we're done. We're losing Greenland. Of course, if she's in charge, you can kiss Greenland goodbye. If these idiots are in charge, you can definitely 100% be certain Trump will take it. I always say Trump won't do it. He won't push that far. But if these idiots are in charge, it's good night, white pride. Absolutely. And look at the title. Sovereignty is negotiable. So they're basically willing to bow down and be molested.
Europe is fully committed.
Okay.
And we share the objectives of the United States in this regard. For instance, our
We share.
EU member, Finland, one of the newest NATO members, is
Oh,
selling its
yeah.
first icebreakers to the United States. And this shows that we have the capability right here in the ice, so to speak.
Shut up.
It shows that our northern NATO members have Arctic-ready forces right now.
Shut up.
And above all, that Arctic security can only be achieved together.
Fair, of course, with everything else too. Together is always better than the confrontation.
Especially between long-standing allies. The European Union and the United States have agreed to a trade deal.
Trump even called out Europe on his immigration problem, and they said, yeah, they have a real problem over there. And the last sentence that she just said is a contradiction. Look at this.
The European Union and the United States have agreed to a trade deal last July. And this is why the proposed additional tariffs are a mistake, especially between long-standing allies. The European Union and the United States have agreed to a trade deal last July.
It's a contradiction, man. Long-standing allies, but you're doing everything to destroy you, and he wants to build it up. Like there will be confrontation, and if he just can't buy it, the pocket will go indirectly into these kind of people money pockets. Yeah.
As in business, a deal is a deal, and when friends shake hands, it must mean something. Ladies and gentlemen, we consider the people of the United States not just our allies, but our friends. And
there's no friends in politics. People really eat up that bullshit. I can't listen to her speak. I mean, like, she has done nothing good. She's been called out times after time. Even you'll be not charged if you enter the country illegally. You'll be not charged. But you need a license to fish, my boy. You need a fucking license to fish. You understand what I'm saying? You need a license to fish. So you can be prosecuted and not prosecuted, I'm sorry. You can be fined for not having a license to fucking fish. But if you enter the country illegally, they pat your back. They might even provide you with an apartment. Try it out. Mother.
Plunging us into a downward spiral would only aid the very adversaries we are both so committed to keeping out of the strategic landscape. So our response will be unflinching, united, and proportional. But beyond this, we have to be strategic about how we approach this issue. And this is why we are working on a package to support Arctic security. First principle, full solidarity with Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark.
I'm gonna let you guess, people. You can guess right now. Who's gonna come up for that financial package? Who? People of the EU. And don't forget, she has to pay Zelensky too. He needs money too, bro. You can't give package to Greenland and then let the other one skip and slip. You cannot do that, right? We need to give money to everybody because everybody else is more important. Trump takes money for his country, prospers it. He actually fucking does it, and then he's ready to attack another one to get that shit. And now we need to pay probably taxes and everything. That package is
The sovereignty and integrity of their territory is non-negotiable. Second,
okay. She hasn't done anything good, but I'm gonna keep that in because it's an honest mistake. I've read it wrong. I'm a fucking European guy. Sometimes I reread an English word. Negotiable, non-negotiable. I know the difference. She said it now. I heard it. It clicked. So skip it in the beginning. But still, they will probably sell it. What I said will probably happen. If they are in charge, that will probably happen. But I read the title as negotiable. That was my bad.
we're working on a massive European investment surge in Greenland. We will work with Greenland and Denmark hand in hand to see how we can further support the local economy and infrastructure. Third, we will work with the United States and all partners on wider Arctic security. This is clearly in our shared interest, and we will step up our investment.
You better.
In particular, I believe we should use our defense spending surge on a European icebreaker capability and other equipment vital to the Arctic security. And fourth, in the same spirit, we need to work with all our regional partners to strengthen our common security. And this is why we will look at how to strengthen our security partnerships
Oh, boys.
with partners such
I'm
as
done
the UK,
with that video with talking.
Canada, Norway, Iceland, and others. Canada, Norway. And this is why we will look at how to strengthen our security partnerships with partners such as the UK.
Of course, the UK. She stands with them like these are all the same idiots, and we need a cleansing. We need it desperately, bro. We need it absolutely. But with that being said, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. I'm gonna be quiet. I'll try to be. No, I won't talk as much as I like.
Canada, Norway, Iceland, and others. Finally, I believe Europe needs to adjust to a new security architecture and realities that we are now facing. And this is why Europe is
We don't need to
preparing
do
its
shit.
own security strategy, which we plan to publish later this year. And as part of this, we are upgrading our Arctic strategy too. And at the heart of this will be
What
the
does that mean?
fundamental principle. It is for sovereign people
She
to decide their own future.
she keeps on repeating herself like we have infrastructure, security, Arctic, and strategic plan will roll out. That what it means. We need to improve that. We have improved it, but we need to improve it. But we have.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Shut up.
when I started preparing for this year's address, security in the High North was not the main theme. But in many ways,
Then the main topic would have been like How deep can I reach my hand into the cookie jar without being caught? Bro,
It
I'm
feeds
sorry.
into the wider point I started with today. That Europe must speed up its push for.
I mean, like, with that sentence, I absolutely agree with her. You need to stand up against America. As Europe as a whole can be done, probably, and Trump won't push it that far. He won't. But, but if these people are in charge, good night, white pride. Definitely is. And then I think Trump will actually take it.
Independence, from security to economy, from defense to democracy, having the
She
dialogue
says
with our friends
everything
and
she
partners,
isn't.
also if necessary with adversaries. The point is that the world has changed permanently and we need to change with it. And therefore, thank you and long live Europe.
Oh my God. Boys, I'm done with that one. It's